Okay, session two. When I left off, we had just created Miss Jones' first grade ELA. So I wanted to use that one just to show you how to create a class. I'm going to leave this one now and actually go to the class that I made for us, Google Classroom in 30 minutes or less, and show you how to add students. Now, if you got your email and you saw the first video, there's a code involved. There are two ways to add students. You can go to people, and where it says students, you can add email addresses one at a time. You can actually, if you have all your students' email, and that's actually not email for us because our kids are under 13, but their Google accounts, if you have all of those like in a spreadsheet, you can highlight them all and copy and paste them, and it'll put them all in. You can do it that way, and then your students would just go into Google Classroom and accept the invitation. Or this is a quicker way, I think. If you give your parents or students this code right here, this class code, okay, and that is what you should have to join the class. Okay, so that's one thing you need to be aware of when setting up your class. When you first create the class, it will ask you a question, and I kind of skipped that part. So if you'll notice, let me go back. I moved too fast. Go to this. If you forget this part, like I did, go to the settings button, and it will ask you these different questions about communication and that kind of thing. This one where it says in the stream, students can post and comment. I'm going to leave that on because I want you to be able to post and comment. But for your students, if you do not want them to post and comment, you can turn that off. You may not want that to happen. You can make it so students can only comment or only teachers can post or comment. Okay, that keeps it from turning into something like Facebook and having this stream of opinions. And not that it's a bad thing to sometimes let kids do that, but if you're going to do that, the best way to do it is to create an assignment where they have to give a written response to something. If you turn this on, they're going to start chit chatting with each other, and it's going to become a bigger problem. Okay, it's going to be harder for you to manage. Classwork on the stream, that is how much information do you want it to show on the stream, and that the stream is that first page. Let me go back to that. Exit out of that. The stream is this first page where it lists your assignments. Now, go back to settings. I wanted it to show attachments and the details. I don't really want it to show deleted items, or I wouldn't have deleted them. That's up to you. Guardian summaries when you invite students under the people tab, you can also invite guardians. I've never tried this feature before. I don't know if you can use their personal email address or not, but that's something we can try. Try it out with one parent and let's see. Okay, go back to settings again. So if you have guardians that you've invited to see, if you have parents that you have invited to see what's going on in Google Classroom, you can turn this on. Here's an example of a guardian summary. It'll show missing work, upcoming work. It'll send them a summary of what their child is doing if they have missing work, upcoming work, or what they've been doing in Google Classroom. So that's nice. Okay, grading. I have it set up just so you can see how grading works. Everybody's probably going to get 100, I'm going to tell you. But you can weight daily and test grades just like you do in Focus, except it's a lot easier in Google Classroom than it is in Focus. Um, you can set it so it shows the student their overall grade or not. And I would suggest at first don't show them this, because if this is the grade they're seeing, if it doesn't match their grade on Focus when they get a progress report, that's not gonna they're gonna question that. So if I would just turn that off. Okay, and so those are the settings. So now you know how to create a classroom and set it up. In the next lesson, I'll show you how to add assignments